Hi, everybody. It's Linda G coming to you from Northern California. I guess you heard, I've been meaning to make this video, and I guess you heard everything that happened yesterday. But by the grace of God, if you think about it, this was something that saved me. I had called a plumber out here a couple of times because I thought the pilot was out in my water heater, and I noticed that my hot water was sometimes hot, sometimes not. And that water heater is 3 years old. I bought it via Costco. And Costco, is really good about backing up stuff, but apparently they stopped selling water heaters altogether. But this water heater was only 3 years old. So this one plumber came out and talked me into this piece that you put on the top. I don't know what it's called, but it needed copper. Anyway, long story short, I paid like $500 for that. So I'm going along, and then my son said the gas was out. I was away, and I come home and I said, if the gas is out, that means that the water heater's out. So I noticed when I was washing dishes, I like my water really hot, and it wasn't getting hot. It was tepid. So I went out there and checked, and I had the YouTube instructions how to restart it. So I was doing all it, click, click, click. And I couldn't hear when you hear the gas turn on. So I called, I couldn't get, this is like 4 o'clock. So I ended up finding this local place that was actually very nice and very good. So these guys showed up. The one guy's name was Sterling. And so I said, geez, you guys, and I really don't know what's going on. So long story short, there was an actual gas leak coming out of the piping. So whoever had put that in didn't screw it up nice and tight. It was leaking gas. He said, have you guys noticed? I said, no. I said, but I did call because I thought, something was wrong with the gas. So they tightened it up. They did all this testing. And I said, you need something, because what's happening is the pilot light sparks, but it doesn't go to where it lights up, because I have a gas water here. So it doesn't go there. So I was like, oh, okay. So the part's going to take, like a week to get here. However, if you want to buy, and they are a local place. And I talked to my friend Dan, and he said 2,700 was good for labor and everything for a new 40-gallon water heater. So, if it was just me, I could have gone somewhere, gone to stay at my sister's and done hot showers, etc., or got a hotel room. But my son, Jeffrey, he has his little thing that he does. And when I knocked on the door and told him, Jeff, I don't think there's any hot water, he come out of that bathroom and went straight in his room and went back to bed. So he likes to have his shower when he wants it. So I just paid the $2,700, and they worked from 4:30 till 6. And it's working. I had a nice hot shower this morning, got my dishwasher running. But I just wanted to tell you guys about that. But by the grace of God, because I almost took a match to see if I could. He used his cell phone to look. I almost took a match. He said, oh my goodness. I don't know if it would have blown up, but still. But you see how spirit works? So that's the story about the water heater. So then I was talking to somebody, and they said, for the holidays, you should really I don't even know if she said holidays. She said, so many people want readings, Linda. Maybe you should just do, what happened last time is I opened it up for a year. Wix doesn't do that anymore, which is fantastic, because it was hard. You couldn't figure out when you could stop it. So it's still difficult, because I had to hire Tana to help me. But I did open up November 13th through January 31st. And I announced it this morning. It's 8 to 8:45, 8:45. Yeah, 8 to 8:45 and 8:45 to 9:30. So, but I got a notice from Wix that there was a couple of overbooks that booked at 9, which it can't be. And that's over too, but I will contact you and we'll figure it out. Just a few did that. Some people booked at 9, so I don't know why Wix was giving them that opportunity. So anyway, it sold out. My God, you guys, I just put it on this morning. I'm getting a lot of emails. How do I book? Well, what you do is you go to www.lindagrindle.com. Okay, Linda Grindle, just put lindagrindle.com. Then you'll hit the space and it'll say on the right-hand corner, these little bars, and book a reading. Okay. But right now it's sold out. So Tana's still asleep over there in Florida. Hi, Tana. And when she wakes up, I'll have her add February too. But I got to keep it like that. And I'll probably do again the end of next year or some special month that we decide we want readings, but I can only read like 2 people a day, Monday through Thursday. And that's all I'm doing. So I'm so sorry it went crazy. I thought I'd be lucky if a few people, because I've been recommending people. A lady just wrote me, said she had a fantastic reading from Arthur. And, I'm just very happy that people are liking the people. Deanne is really good. Everybody. So anyway, so I just wanted to tell you, please don't write me about how to do it because I'm overwhelmed with emails, and Wix is letting me know someone booked and it's just too much emails. I can't do it right now. So, but if you keep I don't know what time she wakes up. She's a late sleeper. But she will add February. And what I'll do is when she writes me and said, okay, February added, I'll do on my community page and say, okay, February added. So then you guys just go for it and see. But it's sold out within a couple hours. I guess I'm popular. So that one is it's 45 minutes, but it's enough time. But it's you can be mediumship or prophecy or both. So, okay. All right. So I'm sorry to the ones who are writing me, asking me about that. Okay, so here we go. We got to really read on some stuff here. We got some big, right now, Israeli forces are in Gaza and doing search, mostly for the people that have been kidnapped. There's a lot of sadness here. There's a hospital, there's a hotel. And these people, these Palestinians, have no place to go. And, it's a small percentage of Hamas that's within the Palestine area. And they have just caused such carnage. I'm just overwhelmed with grief, and I pray so hard. And it's sickening. It's sickening because, like the president said, these are monsters. These aren't humans. These are monsters that did horrible things to people. So please put out well-being, and don't forget the breathing in and putting that crystal cloud, almost like an ice cloud, all around to protect those who are doing well for others, doing good for others. Don't forget to do that, you guys. So, okay. Actually, I'm leaving today at noontime. My sister and I are going to go see Kenny Loggins. So he's on his farewell tour. Okay, so, but, that's nothing compared to what's going on. I bet a lot of people wish they could be going there to see Kenny Loggins. Well, maybe not Kenny Loggins, but whoever you wish to see. So we need to look at this. I told you guys before, and I think Kirsten and I talked about it. By the way, Kirsten blew up the channel. My God, everybody loves her. So I just wrote her. I said, girl, you better set me up because I'm supposed to be on her show. So maybe she'll do Steam or something, but I'll keep her going because she's a kick and, just a really good psychic. Okay. And I also posted Whimsy. She did an excellent, where they look at things I can't remember the name of it. I asked her permission if I could repost. It was excellent. She's really good at that stuff and about what's going on with Hamas. I need to look and see if she's talking about the new speaker. I haven't looked yet. There's so many good psychics out there. You know, I love my Kim Thursdays, my Debbie, but I just haven't been able to get on board. Okay, here we go. Angel of Light and Mercy, please tell me about what's going to happen. The Israelis, the military, they're furious. They have seen the pictures. They have seen the grief. And it's very hard for them to go in. They're not going to do heinous crimes like the Hamas. They're not going to. I ain't saying they're not thinking of it. I'm just telling you they're not going to. But they will blow a building up in a minute. This is really weird. Why do I see like a fire gun? Or maybe that's Hamas fighting back with something with fire. I just saw that, okay? Angel of Light and Mercy. Pray for the Palestine. Pray for Palestine. They will try to protect people, but here's the deal. Nobody's, not even Egypt is opening their borders. Nobody's helping them. They need diapers and food and medication and nobody. They're just totally out there. And they were ruined by Hamas. So they don't like them either. They don't like the way they were treated, but that was overboard. So that basically destroyed. There's a lot of death, you guys. I can smell the death too. I have some friends that have family over in Jerusalem, and my one friend, who's actually very famous, she said what they did to those students out there was just unbearable. It was terrible the way they treated them. So just, I'm not trying to poo-poo it or push it away. Or sometimes I think it's better to look and to know, because you can get the full gist. I think enough has come out in the medium. I noticed MSNBC even showed a baby in a crib that was riddled with bullets. Sometimes we need to be shocked. We need to be shocked. You remember the bridge with the Representative Lewis and all those people that were beaten and battered, and it got on the news, and America was so shocked and outraged, something had to be done. See, back in the day, you could do horrible things like that, and not that many saw it, but for some reason it went national, and that's when things get done. Okay, so go ahead. They're really going to get a lot of the Hamas, I will tell you that. There will be some innocent energy here that ends up exiting to the light, but I do see them, because they are so angry, it's hard for them to think straight. They really want to save people if they can. And that would be the problem with just blowing up something, because could be somebody's in there. They're in the tunnels. I just heard that. They're in the tunnels and they put them out. They're going to use them as shields, and they booby trap things. So some Israeli soldiers may get injured or the worst. Please pray for all these people. Pray for Israel too. Put the white light in the grace of mankind around them. Man is not like this. This ugliness will turn the tide. And you know what, you guys? Ooh, I just got a hit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, of course, Trump always makes it all about him. So he was on some show talking away to his people, and he really was sort of slurring his words. And he was talking about how Hamas was a great organization, very smart people. And then he said, somebody on the news said, and he made it all about him. he doesn't like Netanyahu because Netanyahu announced first thing that Biden had won. So that was like it for him. And he never talked to him again. But that turned off his fans. There's a lot of people like, there's a lot of things I can fight with you, but that's not it. Watch and see how his numbers start to go down. Because the fact he said Hamas was a great terrorist. Oh my God. He did that with Putin, but it's not, and Putin is all part of this, by the way. As soon as I heard about this happening, the first face I saw was Putin, as I've told you. I just heard the word 16,000. So it could be the total of deaths will be 16,000. I just saw it. They're just so angry. And Netanyahu, may I tell you guys this? I think he's really trying to work right now, and he's, not doing we're going to make this a far right government anymore. But I see the end of times for him too. Not necessarily death, but it could be. I don't know. It's like he's taken out. Like he could be dragged out or taken out, because it's like they won't blame the military. They'll blame him. So this is the end for him. And I see Putin going down real soon. I know I've been telling you till I'm blue in the face. I see Putin running. And Trump blew it with saying that Hamas was a very smart. Oh my God. I feel, and you guys can let me know if you hear anything about this. I feel that actual terrorist groups, I feel Iran, I feel Egypt, I feel different organizations. If any of them talk to Hamas, they're saying, dude, don't look at us, you blew it. I'm almost feeling like they're demon type energy, that the absolute devastation. Somebody told me that's what Russians did to the Ukraine, beheadings and stuff. I didn't know that, but I feel that they are even saying, don't look at us, you guys blew it. That kind of mannerism or bullying or terrorism is not compatible with human life. So they will be taken out. Okay, I do see them trying to do something where they try to televise some sort of execution. The Hamas, I see them executing, but it doesn't work. They are going to be taken out. Oh my God. I just see this flow. It's almost like black tar coming in, and they're trying to run, but they're stuck in the tar and it just flows. I don't know. Let me ask real quick, okay? Angel of Light and Mercy. How many of the 150 they'll even kill the Americans, I just heard? Oh, it's a good thing we sent our ships, because there would have been somebody going in there trying to help Hamas. Our ships are protecting Israel. How many people will they actually save? I see a group of people over here. I see several women. I see some children. Thank you. I think it's mostly the men they refuse to release. A lot of these people don't even come from that area. I think Whimsy talked about this, that they were from Africa. Because you remember the girl that was sort of bloodied, her arm was bleeding and her pants looked like they were full of blood. And he pulled her out of the back of the truck. Whimsy sent me that picture. And she said, look at that guy. He's not a Palestine. He looked like he was straight from Africa. So I just feel a lot of them are worse than what a Palestine would do. But the Palestinians are sick with the treatment, but this is going to change their whole world. What I will tell you is this, at the end of the day, especially when Netanyahu is out, Israel will work with Palestine and make them a separate state. They will have their own state. They will work with them. And Palestine will set down the sword. The swords will be set down. And they can live, because nobody wants to go through this again. People will be angry and there'll be little bursts of terrorism. But, you know, as angry as the right wing can be, you know, they hang Mike Pence and all that. Do you know if they actually dragged Mike Pence or Pelosi out? And there would have been a couple of them that would have roped her up. But it really, that would have been the end of Trump, for sure. Because Americans, like if Hamas came into America and tried to pull that, oh my God. There was a guy on the news that was ex-military in Israel, and he said that they were in a kibbutz or whatever you call them, and they had grabbed their guns and killed about 7 of them. And of course they ran. But, you know, think of America. America's loaded, you know. They wouldn't put up with it. They could try, but and it would have been. That's why America needs to see what these people are doing to Israel. I don't understand the hate for the Jewish people. I do not understand it. I have no clue. I remember being shocked about what Hitler did. There's just this ugly hate, and it's been a curse that has followed this nation for generations and generations. It's just terrible. It's just terrible, you guys. So I just want to throw just a little thing on the future of Israel. I'll tell you, Netanyahu's going, I can smell it. On Israel and Palestine. Palestine hates Israel. Israel hates Palestine. It's really, and they live in a 2x4. And then we're going to get into the speakership. I need to really concentrate on that. Okay, you guys, let's talk about it. What is the outcome? I got this little Diana Care Bear from a watcher. Thank you. Your cards will be in the mail today. Okay, let's do this. The future. Okay, so tensions, backstabbing, interruption, that's what's going on now. The King of Swords. So Israel will be able to take charge, but Israel has to be careful because you can take charge, but don't overdo it. Don't treat them like cattle. Treat them like humans. I think Netanyahu may get the hint, but I see other people around them saying, if we don't want this to happen again, we've got to, because I see them depleting Hamas. They have to examine the choices very carefully. Even if Palestine is talking trash about them, because you think Israel is upset, Palestine is going to suffer greatly, and they're going to blame Israel. The 7 of Wands, hold your ground, take it slow. It could be 2027 before peace is called, okay? A lot of money having to be thrown in there, even for Palestine. A lot of money. They prove Iran was in on this. They'll take that money and probably give it between, that's going to upset Iran. They'll give it to like Ukraine and to Israel, maybe even some to Palestine. Don't worry, peace is at hand. Do not worry. Peace is at hand. The angels of light and mercy are with us. And there's more good here than there is bad. Take that to bed with you. Know that the higher realm is on our side, okay? Know that this too shall pass. You know, it's so weird. I can't even energetically understand why those men were like they were. Why would they hurt people like that? Other nations will join in, 2 others besides the United States, with helping the healing that will happen here. Okay, so there's monies coming from everywhere. The Jewish community, there's a lot of very rich Jewish community here in the United States. And they'll really make sure that they take care of their own. So it's very good. And the outcome is the hangman. Release control and ego. Release your control of ego. So that's why I see money going to Palestine, because Israel might hold on to it too tight. You know, I see good chunks of money coming to Israel to rebuild, but I also see money going to Palestine. So Palestine feels a little harder to get over this. I don't know if it's energetically or what. Now, rumor is today, Hamas was asking that jihad, everybody get out there and start killing. Let's see if we have to worry about that. And if some of you look at my community page on September 26th, somebody had asked about the dates, October 4th through the 6th. And I said, oh my God, there's going to be some terror action. And I kept seeing this woman too. I said, what's this woman got to do? Well, 2 days later, Dianne Feinstein died. The guy's rock, I'm going to tell you right now. But let's take a look at, do we need to worry today? Do we need to worry today and tomorrow? I see some attempted action. I see people planning stuff out. More like a suicidal mission. What do you want me to tell? Don't live in fear. If you can lay low, just stay home, do it. Don't go to temple today for sure. There will be something that happens. There will be something that happens. Is it huge? It's fortune's fate. Yikes. Well, we do have the 4 of Swords, so there may be some very severe injury and or death. And the Chariot is a good versus bad. The Emperor is gone. You know, I can't help but wonder. People are getting sick and tired of getting shot at. People are getting sick and tired of having to live with threat. I can't help but wonder if people are, I keep waiting to hear this. And occasionally you'll see it, like that one guy that went in to rob that store and the cameras were on and he was sitting there, he was eating, sitting at a table, and he shot the guy. I can't help but wonder if we are able to defend ourselves enough that would make people uneasy about starting something because they don't know who's armed or what. I just saw mass over the face. I just saw running into a building. It looks like a large building. It's not out on the street. It's in a building. Feels like there might be a couple of attempts or actual terrorist action that takes place. Yeah, definitely going to happen. I see something else coming up with a college too. Now, as you know, they're very upset that the colleges aren't denouncing Hamas. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about, but now they're saying don't give them any money. Don't give them any money. But that anti-Semitism, I'm very confused. I can't understand it. I don't understand it. You know, when the World War II happened, my daddy was young and he really wanted to join the military. He couldn't wait to get involved in World War II because that was the conscious level at that time. And to my Japanese friends, please excuse, it was terrible what they did to Japanese, American Japanese, put them in camps and all that. But my dad said at that time, the saying was the only good Jew is not good Jew. The only good Jap is a dead Jap. Just like they said, the only good Indian is a dead Indian. So that was the saying. Now listen, by the way, my native people fought with the white man and then they got ugly. They got really ugly. They did ugly things to people. Even pregnant women would kill them. So that makes me wonder, is this the consciousness of terrorists or people that did this stuff? Is it such a hate? Because sometimes I've been so angry and hateful. I might have imagined something. Oh, God. I'm going to cut your eyelids off so you have to stay awake all night and think about it. I didn't do that, but yeah. So anyway, you know, that anger will devour you. Okay, so I do see some terrorist action. I'm not feeling Armageddon. I'm not feeling gosh awful. But we've gone through gosh awful right now. But I can tell you, we got a couple of months from some strife, but this will come down, and I see they may still not like each other as neighbors, but I see two separate nations, mostly when you get rid of Netanyahu. I know I told you guys maybe he deliberately turned his head, but this has really shook him to his core. So, and I heard rumor that even Iran, the insiders who talked to Iran, they said they were surprised by this. So I don't know what's going on, but let me tell you, it's going to work out okay. Sometimes you need that explosion, okay? Just like they made people look at what the Germans did to the Jews, and look what happened to Germany. They teach it in the schools. They want you to know that was barbaric, okay? So we will teach it. We will talk about it. We will give history for it. So, okay. So we got a lot more to talk about. So before I tap into what's happening in Congress, I just want you to know I saw bombs going again. I don't know where Hamas gets a hold of them, but I saw bombs going. I see bombs going. I hope to God I'm wrong, but that's what I just saw. So they're getting something from someone else. Somebody else is handing it across the border to them. But it's really going to put a lot of pressure on the United States. But they will provide as best as they can. Will there be boots on the ground from the United States of America? I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing a lot of help from America, but I'm not seeing boots on the ground. You know that when they called for the draft just recently, 150% of Jerusalem, 150% signed up. Plus they have 300,000 down on the ground. So I didn't see that. So we'll see. But I do see deaths and I do see bombs. And it's really sad. It's really sad. This coming up to clear it out, there'll be a lot of people kicked out. A lot of people. And they will fight hard, you guys. Fight hard. This is really, really uncomfortable. And that could be that eclipse all the astrologers talk about. We may be looking at total consciousness of the world being changed. Okay, so here we go on the worthless sods. Forgive my language, and for entertainment purposes only. I got to clear out all this death I'm seeing real quick. Okay, so what we want to know, I told you the first person in my mind, including Sterling, we had seen Scalise. Well, he was up for grabs, but then he didn't want to deal with the drama. I don't blame him. And so now it's Jordan, and this other guy threw his hat in. I can't think of the guy's name. Hold on, let me put you on pause and find it. Austin Scott, Representative Austin Scott, who actually wrote a letter opposing the GOP's effort to turn over the vote for President Biden. So I heard he's sort of strict and he has a short temper, but I would choose him over Jordan any day. So let's take a look, see. Representative Jordan. Representative Jordan. I never saw Representative Jordan winning, but we'll double check. Will Representative Jordan win? Will Representative Jordan win? Okay, better grab my here we go. Oh, hail to the no. He thinks he really thinks he can get this, but he won't. Because the people that are for there's no love lost here. Okay. No, 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 no. And he'll be very disappointed. No, because the crazies will vote for him. No, no, no. Okay, let's look at Austin Scott. Austin Scott. Even though he's a conservative, I'd take him in a minute just because he knew the 2020 election wasn't rigged. Oh, Trump doesn't want him at all. He'll take Jordan. Oh, yeah. He always wanted Jordan. Scalise just had it. He didn't like all the bull, if you know what I'm saying. Scalise was done. And, he's got cancer. He can't afford to be all tied up with Craig. I think Scalise will vote for this Scott. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. Tell me about Austin Scott. Well, the smart people will vote for him. You know what I just got? Remember I told you I thought perhaps the Democrats in the House would vote for someone just to make sure like somebody like Jordan doesn't get in? I wonder if they vote for Scott, because look at Scott's card. Success. Success. God is on his side. He's a hard worker. And this might happen all split, just bada bing, bada boom. 10 of Cups, Jesus, you guys. He's the one that's going to win. Ace of Swords, success, the moon. He's very intuitive. Temperance will see us through. He might even put his hand out and work on both sides. Let's double check with my pendulum. Oh my God, you guys. That's good news. Angel of light and mercy. Please tell me the truth. What is the answer for no? What is the answer for yes? Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. My answer for no is back and forth. Some people that's yes. My answer for yes is circle. Some people that's no. But this thing was pretty dead on just recently. This is the one I got in Shasta. Got all kinds of crystals. Will Representative Jordan, I'll try not to look. Will Representative Jordan win as speaker? Look at how it's stopping. I can't hold it up, you guys. Sorry. I'll just tell you what it's doing. Will Representative Jordan become Speaker of the House? It really got quiet. Will looks like no. Will Representative Jordan become Speaker of the House? Jim Jordan, Speaker of the House. Same, no. How about Austin Scott? It might be close because it's a faint no. It's not huge, but you saw the card Scott got. Austin, oh my God, it's saying huge yes. Maybe because Jordan is a nothing burger. Oh my gosh, you guys. I've never heard of this guy, but just now when I saw that he's the one that told he and 12 other members signed that Trump lost the vote. You know, there's just people going to have to get out from under Trump. And watch his numbers start dropping. Watch it. Mark my words, you saw it here. Okay, so George Santos. Will George Santos have to exit Congress before his time is up? Absolutely, yes. So they're putting in a thing to get rid of him, but I'm almost seeing like the pressure is really bad. How about Menendez? Well, Menendez is going to have to go. Menendez also was working with a foreign country. It's a shame. There's bad people on both sides, apparently. Well, you know, the highest bidder. So anyway, Santos is definitely going. Oh, thank you. So if Jordan was in there, they might have said, you know, yeah, we'll keep you. Marjorie Taylor Greene and those people like to keep him only because of the numbers. But I think if this Representative Scott gets in there, he might say, yeah, he's gone. Just FYI, okay? Food for thought. Okay, so I'm so sorry about what's going on. I'll be gone until actually Sunday. I'm going to my friend's house. She's doing an event. She's doing healings and she wants to show people some stuff. So so I'll be gone the whole weekend. But I'll be back on Monday and be filling you in. We might have to do a video on Monday, you guys. It's just been so cray. I'm so sorry. And like I said, wait a few hours. It's 10:41 right now, Pacific time. Probably wait till noon to check if you wanted a reading, because Tana has to put it in for me. Okay. All right. I don't know how long this was, and I took a couple of breaks in between trying to sort my life out here. I probably should eat something before I leave. Okay. Cheers, you guys. Oh, and when I do it again, I'll ask for questions. Cheers.